Audio Jungle.
Welcome to VetRospective. You're looking to current events and important topics from a veteran's perspective. I'm Chuck. I spent 4 years in the Navy and 4 years in the Army. Finally got the hell away from all that.
And then what? Hi, I'm Doc. I was in the military for roughly 11 years. I was in the Navy. So we're going to go over Joe Biden's speech. Let's go down this fucking rabbit's trail. And then what?
All right, I guess we can get into it. Wrong Biden speech.
That was Hitler. I got a point on my history test. What's up?
Just thought we needed that joke.
My fellow Americans.
Okay, first of all, pause. So I haven't watched this yet until now. I'm watching this all fresh. But why does Homeboy look like he's sitting in front of a Star Wars fucking like episode right now? Okay, go. I'm just curious. Go ahead.
Is it just me, or did he turn himself into the Orange Man? He kind of got a tint to him now, too.
I guess they had to airbrush his ass.
Have a seat. Take it. I speak to you tonight from sacred ground in America. Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is where America made its Declaration of Independence to the world more than 2 centuries ago with an idea unique among nations. That in America, we're all created equal. This is where the United States Constitution was written and debated. This is where we set in motion the most extraordinary experiment of self-government the world has ever known. With 3 simple words: we the people. We the people. These 2 documents and the ideas they embody, equality and democracy, are the rock upon which this nation is built.
We the people is not a document.
Yeah.
Say it. That's on the front. That's the first thing on a document, but that itself is not a document. Go ahead.
How we became the greatest nation on earth. They're why, for more than 2 centuries, America has been a beacon to the world. But as I stand here tonight, equality and democracy are under assault. We do ourselves no favor to pretend otherwise. So tonight, I've come to this place where it all began to speak as plainly as I can to the nation about the threats we face, about the power we have in our own hands to meet these threats, and about the incredible future that lies in front of us if only we choose it. We must never forget, we the people are the true heirs of the American experiment that began more than 2 centuries ago. We the people have burning inside of each of us the flame of liberty that was lit here at Independence Hall. The flame that lit our way through abolition, the Civil War, suffrage, the Great Depression, World Wars.
Hey, wait a minute here. Train time out. Does anybody notice that the Marines are standing at parade rest with their hands in front?
Yeah.
Big high five to anybody who can tell me what that means. I mean, I know, but do you? Anyways, go ahead.
Are you going to let everybody know?
Well, maybe later. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's kind of like a sign of disrespect. Just saying. All the Marines, if I'm wrong, go ahead and murder me. I don't give a shit. But parade rest, your hands go behind your back, homie.
Yeah, I thought it had something to do with
Something
unofficial, like a disconnection or something.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty close there, guy. Okay, go ahead.
That sacred flame still burns. Now in our time, as we build an America that is more prosperous, free, and just.
How?
That is the work of my presidency.
How is any of that true?
A mission.
Do it now.
So how is any of that true? How is it more prosperous, freer, or more just?
Somebody's got to be making money on all that gas.
I'm just saying, there's lots of dudes in prison that would disagree.
I believe in with my whole soul.
You still
But
got
first, we must be honest with each other and with ourselves.
Oh yeah,
Too much of what's
You're a
happening
super
in our
honest
country
guy.
today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Wait a fucking
Hold on.
second.
That fool straight out and came out with it too, Rudy.
So they're for democracy, and there's a threat to the democracy, but the Republicans are a threat to the republic. Like, where?
I don't know. He said the MAGA Republican. So, like, I'm not a Republican, and I don't give a fuck about MAGA. If Trump wins presidency, probably be the best thing. Not 100% on that. We'll see. Pretty sure he won't take Russia or China shit. Yeah. But as far as MAGA Republic, I'm not in that bracket. So far, I'm in the safe zone.
Yeah,
Now,
How about you?
Clear.
exactly. Well, I mean, that's the thing about it anyways. It's like neither side can be trusted to start with. And this whole thing where everybody jumped on the Trump bandwagon, like, it's still jumping behind a group of people that have been in place for years that have assisted in the fuck up of the country. Like, both sides have basically led us down the path we've been on. So it's like really trying to put myself into either group. Yeah, I'm neither.
Okay, so now who else is the domestic terrorist?
Very clear up front. Not
Hold on,
every
who the fuck-
Republican, not
Who the fuck are all these people?
A bunch of commies. Watch it be like
There's like
a bunch of soup. Yeah.
there's all of like 60 fucking people there. And, and it's like, okay, normally when a president gives a speech, who's normally in the front? Like off-duty
A
military?
bunch of people in the Yeah.
These all look like fucking like CEOs that were fucking forced to come in before they got arrested. Like all these bald fuckers look like they're about to fucking fall asleep.
Okay, what's next?
even the majority of Republicans are MAGA Republicans.
Are
Not
they?
every Republican embraces their extreme ideology. I know,
No.
because I've been able to work with these mainstream Republicans. But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA
Spit
Republicans.
it out there.
And that is a threat to this country. These are hard things,
Hold up.
but I'm an American president, not a president of red America, blue America, but of all America. And I believe it's my duty,
I disagree.
my duty to level with you, to tell the truth, no matter how difficult, no matter how painful. And here, in my view, is what is true.
And you had no knowledge of your
MAGA
son's
Republicans
business
do not
transactions
respect
or
the
business partners
Constitution.
either, right?
They do not believe in
Yeah,
the
he
rule
has
of
no
law. They
clue
do
who the
not
big man was
recognize
that
the
got the
will of
Hold
person.
on, hold on.
people.
What do you say? Back up. Go. Wait. Whoa.
He has no clue who the big man was that got the fucking top cut off that money either.
What do you say about MAGA Republicans?
I believe it's my duty to level with you, to tell the truth, no matter how difficult, no matter how painful. And here, in my view, is what is true. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. And they're working right now, as I speak, in state after state, give power to decide elections in America to partisans and cronies, empowering election deniers to undermine democracy itself. MAGA forces are determined to take this country.
Now we're back to denying democracy instead of the republic.
So how many people voted for Trump? Like 70 million something people?
Yeah.
And so, like, isn't that like a huge portion of the American population?
Yeah.
That majority of which fought in the military?
Yeah.
So you said that they all don't care about the Constitution? And you just told, like, everybody in America that it's okay to believe that they don't fucking believe in the Constitution?
Well, and on top of that, it's a small minority that supported Trump, right? Like, even if we go by the election numbers, a small minority's half, right?
Sure.
Like,
I mean, if you fucking have Common Core math.
I mean, that's that greater than, less than thing, I guess.
I'm telling you.
Backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to the pursuit of justice,
Hold on.
to the rule of law.
So,
There might be 100 people there, I guess.
when did they say they were going to make it against the law to get a rubber?
They didn't. They also didn't
When
say
did
it was
they
against the
say
law
you
to get
were
an abortion.
I'm just trying to wonder what the fuck he just said and how that's truthful. He's going to level with us and be truthful, but they didn't. I don't think there's one state in America you can't get a rubber or marry who the fuck you want. Right? Nobody gives a shit. Like, go fucking marry whoever the fuck you want.
To the very soul of this country. They look at the mob that stormed the United States Capitol on January 6th, brutally attacking law enforcement, not as insurrectionists who placed it.
Hold on. Hold on.
What
Hold
law
on.
enforcement was brutally attacked? The one that had a heart attack the day after? Or all the
Hey, wait a minute.
all the law enforcement that were like waving them in, opening the gates? Like, we've seen the videos.
How many police stations in Washington, D.C. were fucking set on fire?
Yeah.
How many chop zones were taken over when they rioted? Like, that was the nicest riot ever in my life that I think I've ever watched. That was like, hey guys, can we come in here? No? Yeah, we're going to come in here. Okay, stand aside. We're going to follow the ropes, though, so you don't have to clean.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Thank you, officer, for opening the gate for us.
That way, right? That's the right way? Okay, thank you. Fuck out of here.
Jesus.
The dagger
Meanwhile,
in the throat of our
we're literally...
What's that?
Meanwhile, throughout 2016, we're literally watching Antifa beat up old ladies in Oregon, right? Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Oh, but where is Antifa now, though? Like, they had so much shit to say all those years. Where the fuck did they go?
You're going to see what's up as soon as the elections happen in November. I guarantee you they didn't go anywhere.
Oh, they just fell asleep.
Okay, good.
From the United States Capitol on January 6th, brutally attacking law enforcement, not as insurrectionists who placed a dagger at the throat of our democracy, but they look at them as patriots. And they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election as preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections. They tried everything last time.
Is that somebody heckling him in the background?
Probably.
Nullify the votes of 81 million people. This time, they're determined to succeed in thwarting the will of the people. That's why respected consumers.
It definitely is. There's people in the background fucking chanting "fuck Joe Biden." And this aired on C-SPAN.
Conservatives, like Federal Circuit Court Judge Michael Ludwig, has called Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans, quote, a clear and present danger to our democracy. But while the threat to American democracy is real, I want to say as clearly as we can, we are not powerless in the face of these threats. We are not bystanders in this ongoing attack on democracy. There are far more Americans from every background and belief who reject the extreme MAGA ideology than those that accept it. And folks, it's within our power, it's in our hands, yours and mine, to stop the assault on American democracy. I believe America is at an inflection point. One of those moments that determine the shape of everything that's to come after. And now, America must choose to move forward or to move backwards, to build a future or obsess about the past, to be a nation of hope and unity and optimism, or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness. MAGA
Do you do it my way or
they embrace anger? They thrive
on. Know?
So you do it our way and you embrace it this way, or there's fear?
Yeah.
Fear of what?
What it sounds like.
I mean, you just literally called half of America terrorists. Well, basically, you said they don't believe in the Constitution, even though they've been sending their children to fight your wars.
Well, and like, there's so many things about this whole thing that just seems like it's like a matador just waving a red cape. And I mean, he's got the background for it. Like, for real. I mean, like, what exactly is he trying to accomplish by talking this much shit?
Okay, let's finish that. I think he did another speech a couple days later.
Sorry, needed to.
I think he did a speech a couple days later where he's talking about how he's going to ban assault rifles.
Oh yeah,
and he's talking about the people fighting the government again. We might have to see if we can scan that one.
Well, it's like him and Peter O'Rourke, buddy club, all the whole damn time. Or
Peter O'Rourke is such a little fucking wiener. Beto, what the fuck is that? He's such a little wiener.
On chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies. But together we can choose a different path. We can choose a better path forward to the future. A future of possibility, a future to build and dream and hope. And we're on that.
He's got to bring back his vice presidency. Bring back hope.
Swear to God, I will fucking smack you.
I know this nation. I know you, the
You're
American
be glad
people.
you're in Oklahoma.
I know your courage. I know your hearts.
No, you don't.
I know our history.
You don't know shit.
This is a nation.
He don't even know his own fucking history.
We do not
Hey,
reject
push
it.
pause.
This is a nation that believes.
Do what?
He just greenlighted the entire left against the fucking entire right. Is that not what you heard?
Yeah, exactly.
And he's going to know the people, and he's going to know their will. Do you know where he was during Vietnam?
No.
In political office. What the fuck does he know about the people?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's been in fucking office, or he's held some type of office for like forever.
Okay, go ahead.
In the rule of law. We do not repudiate.
Oh, God.
This is a nation that respects free and fair elections. We honor the will of the people. We do not deny it. And this is a
Okay,
nation.
so stop. That motherfucker just say the rule of law.
Yeah. like I said, he doesn't know his own history. He doesn't know his party's history.
Didn't that dude's kid like throw a gun in a trash can next to a school or some shit?
I don't know about that, but there's plenty of video floating around of his son fucking doing more blow than fucking half the goddamn alley fucking runners in LA.
With prostitutes?
Yeah. With questionable ages.
Haven't they like legitimately come out and said, yeah, this shit's all true? And all that shit on his fucking... And yet, he's not in jail?
Yeah. Because they believe in rules for thee, not for me.
I think that's the ticket. Okay, go ahead.
Violence as a political tool. We do not encourage violence.
He's a fucking political tool.
We are still an America that believes in honesty and decency and respect for others. Patriotism, liberty, justice for all, hope, possibilities. We are still, at our core, a democracy. And yet...
Stop.
And to the republic for which it stands.
We are, however, not a democracy, you fucking turd bag. We are a republic. Go ahead.
History tells us the blind loyalty to a single leader and a willingness to engage in political violence is fatal to democracy. For a long time, we've told ourselves that American democracy is guaranteed, but it's not. We have to defend it, protect it, stand up for it, each and every one of us. That's why...
Did you take an oath to defend democracy? I'm pretty fucking certain that I didn't.
I did not. No, sir.
Just random.
That's not what I'm thinking.
Tonight, I'm asking our nation to come together, unite behind the single purpose of defending our democracy regardless of your ideology.
Hold on. I don't defend democracy. I defend the Constitution and the Republic. Go ahead.
Enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yeah, they're the
We're all
economy.
called by duty and conscience to confront extremists who put their own pursuit of power above all else. Democrats, independents, mainstream Republicans. We must be stronger, more determined, and more committed to saving American democracy than MAGA Republicans are to destroying American democracy. We, the people, will not let anyone or anything tear us apart. Today,
we won't let anyone tear us apart, but fuck them guys. Fuck all them. Fuck that side over there, but we won't let anybody tear us apart.
So, the left and the mainstream Republicans that vote the way I like are good. And all the guys who are standing up for the people and small government are bad.
Yeah, fuck them guys.
Right? That's what. Okay, so far I'm getting ready. Okay, go ahead.
Olay! Throw that fucking red curtain out of the way and fucking stab us right in the fucking chest.
there are dangers around us. we cannot allow to prevail. We here, you've heard it, more and more talk about violence as
From
an
who?
acceptable political tool.
From who,
this
you
country.
political tool?
It's not. It can never be an acceptable tool. So I want to say this plain and simple. There is no place for political violence in America, period. None.
That's the fucking go word. That's Antifa's coming back.
I agree with you because here we're talking about no political violence, but you haven't done shit about the motherfuckers that rioted from literally 2016 all the way to 2020. Is that not what happened?
Yeah.
Was there not like almost a monthly riot on the motherfucking social media?
Yeah. Well, fuck. How long did Chad or Chaz or whatever the fuck that is up in fucking Washington State fucking last? I mean, that went on for what, almost a year?
I don't know. I was shocked that the fucking government didn't plow through them and arrest them for as fucking terrorists.
I was shocked the city folk didn't fucking wake the fuck up and go get the country folk to come in there and eradicate the fucking pest.
Country folk are done with them motherfuckers, bro. They're staying in the country.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Ever.
All 110 of them
law
clapping.
Enforcement brutally attacked on January 6th. We've seen election officials, poll workers, many of them volunteers of both parties, subject to intimidation.
Okay. Don't get me wrong.
You and him.
Somebody might have hit a cop, but the only person that died on January 6th during all that shit was Ashley Babbitt, who was a fucking veteran, hopped up on that Q shit, fucking shot in the fucking face crawling through a window that was already broke when she got there. So, where in the fuck... this motherfucker... I swear to God, it's like, as much as he don't remember about his past and fucking, like, the things that the Democrats have done, he don't... It's like, as much as he don't remember, he makes up.
And death threats. And can you believe it? FBI agents just doing their job as directed, facing threats to their own lives.
Oh, speaking of FBI doing their job as directed, you heard that he's the one that sent the FBI down to Florida, right? That was his call.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Just wanted to throw that in there because he mentioned it was as directed.
Their own fellow citizens. On top of that, there are public figures today, yesterday, and the day before predicting and all but calling for mass violence and rioting in the streets. This is inflammatory.
Who?
The mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot.
James Gibson.
Fucking Pelosi would, but she's too drunk.
The fucking abortion fucking nuts.
Yeah.
The only person, everybody else is like, could you go away now? Like, where's this violence? I haven't seen any violence.
Yeah.
Any violence that happens now is a red flag, and anybody who's fucking like got a clue is like, I'm not going to that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a trap.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I know, right?
The rule of law. And we, the people, must say, this is not who we are.
All the shit you illegally do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can't be pro-insurrectionist and pro-American. They're incompatible. We can't allow violence to be.
Did you just pull out of Afghanistan and leave almost all of our weapons there to an insurrectionist group?
I believe he did.
How could you be any more pro-insurrection?
I'm pretty fucking certain that our
Just,
country was founded on insurrection, though. Like really coming down to
I
it. But,
believe that's a fact, sir.
but at the same time, they're feeding an insurrection and calling like an unguided tour through fucking Congress an insurrection at the same time. Like, there's a fucking confusion and nomenclature in this whole fucking mess.
Be normalized
Okay.
in this country. It's wrong. We each have to reject political violence with all the moral clarity and conviction this nation can muster. Now, we can't let the integrity of our elections be undermined, for that is a path to chaos. Look, I know politics can be fierce and mean and nasty in America. I get
You
it.
still can't even say
I believe in the
politics.
give and take of politics, in disagreement and debate and dissent. We're a big...
You notice every time he mentions something that's a fucking flat out lie or something he's been involved in, he stutters like shit. But he's been known to stutter since the 70s, and you're not allowed to talk about that because that's making fun of his handicap. But it's like every time there's a lie, he stutters. Like his brain doesn't want to let it come out, but he's just that fucking ass.
Bro, if you put a black robe on him, he would so look like the bad guy in Star Wars. giving a speech to the Empire.
Well, that red background, he's fucking standing up there with the only spotlight in the fucking neighborhood looking like the Great White Hope. giving a fuck them guys speech. Like, what the fuck?
But democracy endures only if we, the people, respect the guardrails of the republic. Only if we, the people, accept the results of free and fair elections. Only if we, the people, see politics not as total war, but mediation of our differences. Democracy cannot survive when one side believes there are only two outcomes to an election. Either they win or they were cheated. And that's where the MAGA Republicans are today.
Didn't Hillary Clinton spend 4 fucking years talking about how she was cheated?
Every time a Democrat loses, they say they're cheated.
They're not
every time.
They're not cheated by the fucking system. They're cheated by their shitty policies. Is what they're cheated by. If they had better policies, they'd fucking win.
They're cheated by the fact that I worked fucking my entire life to make a fucking good wage, and you fucking now ruined my fucking whole salary because you fucking sold out to China and fucking Russia.
Yeah.
And then you want to dump that shit on Trump, but you just can't.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to get him on some dumb shit that you greenlit him on because you know damn well if he doesn't fucking get wiped off of the ballot, he's going to fucking take the presidency again.
Exactly.
And just fucking fuck everything you did up.
They don't understand what every patriotic American knows. You can't love your country only when you win. It's fundamental. American democracy.
Hold on.
You can't love your country only when you win.
Hold on.
Remember a bunch of people talking about they were leaving the country?
Program of the left.
And actually, I'm kind of wondering when they were going to follow through on all this shit because they were saying if Trump won, they were going to leave the country. Fucking, I don't think any of them.
O'Donnell, Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg.
And I don't think any of them followed through.
That's the definition.
I'm sure I didn't say that shit.
Only works only if we choose to respect the rule of law and the institutions that were set up in this chamber behind me. Only if we respect our legitimate political differences. I will not stand by and watch. I will not the will of the American people be overturned by wild conspiracy theories and baseless evidence-free claims of fraud. I will not stand by and watch elections in this country stolen by people who simply refuse to accept that they lost. I will not stand by and watch the most fundamental freedom in this country, the freedom.
That dude's telling you right now, they're going to cheat in November, and any Republican that wins a critical fucking seat or any proven fucking fraud that happens where a fucking Republican loses, he's not going to let those fucking results be overturned. He's telling you right now they're going to cheat in November in your local elections.
I was trying to look up real quick because he keeps using the word conspiracy theorist, and you realize that's a CIA like promoted term since fuck, I can't remember when. Like they literally fucking pushed it to fucking basically disparage anybody talking out against the government.
To vote and have your vote counted and be taken from you and the American people. Look, as your president, I will defend our democracy with every fiber of my being, and I'm asking every American to join me.
Didn't he just get over COVID and he keeps coughing into his hand?
History, America's often made
Every time he says
coming out.
Every time he coughs, he just says America.
Is that because it hurts him to say it?
I guess, but I guarantee you, if you go back and pay attention, he's coughed right after he said America quite a few times. Maybe not just this very last time, but quite a few times.
No.
Where he's said Americans. Anytime he's fucking referenced Americans, he coughs. Let's see if he does it anymore.
Of some of our darkest moments, like you're hearing that bullhorn. I believe we can and must do that again. And we are. MAGA Republicans look at America and see carnage and darkness and despair. They spread fear and lies. Lies told for profit and power. But I see a different America.
One with
an
red
America
background.
with an unlimited future. An America that's about to take off. I hope you see it as well. Just look around. I believe we could lift America from the depths of COVID. So we passed the largest economic recovery package since Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And today, America's economy is faster, stronger than any other advanced nation.
That's not a good thing, you fucking idiot. You added gay.
Yeah. They're going to print more money, right? No, you heard about the Biden bucks that they were wanting to start putting out, right? It was literally supposed to be Biden's fucking first crypto before they do the oh fuck, what's the one called? The goddamn Fed coin. Like they're crashing this shit on purpose. There's no logical adult that would say, okay, it's good to print that much money, unless they were like ready and willing to crash everything that exists to come out with something else. Like there's no fucking way.
You like to go so far, subscribe.
Oh yeah.
And invest in gold and silver, because the markets on gold and silver have been manipulated for years and years and years. That shit's about to get fucked up, and gold and silver is going to jump through the roof. Gold and silver never loses its value. Go ahead.
In the world, we have more to go. I believe we could build a better America. So we passed the biggest infrastructure investment since President Dwight D. Eisenhower. And we've now embarked on a decade of rebuilding the nation's roads, bridges, highways, ports, water systems, high-speed internet, railroads.
Why do we need any of those things if we're not allowed to have gas and oil, you fucking tool?
Oh, because they want to do like California did and tell everybody to get electric cars and then start having fucking blackouts. Rolling blackouts, planned brownouts. Fucking, you're not allowed to charge your car between 5 and fucking 9 o'clock at night.
Hey, for those super smart people that think electric cars are the wave of the future and it's going to save us so much emissions, how do we charge your electric cars? Where does the power come from that charges your cars? You think maybe that comes from a power plant? I wonder what that power plant runs on.
I saw a
Go
video.
ahead.
I saw a video about a week ago that was can't remember what it was. Some state representative, and they were interviewing her, and she had like they just passed some green initiative for giving people bonuses for buying electric cars, and the guy that was interviewing her asked her straight up. He's like, "Oh, okay, where's your green energy come from?" She's like, "Oh, well, I take this cord and I plug it into the wall, and I take the other end and plug it in the car. The power comes from the wall." And like, even the guy that was like trying to interview her and be on her side just couldn't do nothing but slap himself in the fucking face. Like, how can you be this stupid?
Safer. So we passed the most significant gun safety law since President Clinton. I believe
What gun
we could
safety
go
law?
from being the highest cost
Who
of
are these
prescriptions in the
people?
world to making prescription drugs and healthcare more affordable. So we passed the most significant healthcare reform since President Obama
Those are your
signed
overlords.
the Affordable Care Act.
You will listen to what we
And I
say.
believe we could create a clean energy future and save the planet. So we passed the most important climate initiative ever.
Hey, wasn't global warming supposed to kill us like 5 times over already?
Yeah, I mean, polar bears can't swim.
Yeah, they don't like dive into the ocean to catch seals and shit. That's not what they do at all. There's not whole documentaries about that. Video footage of them doing that.
But the fucked up thing is, though, the generation before us, they were telling was going to be an ice age by the year like 2035.
It got cold that one winter.
Yeah.
The cynics and the critics tell us nothing can get done, but they're wrong. There is not a single thing America cannot do, not a single thing beyond our capacity if we do it together. It's never easy, but we're proving that America, no matter how long the road, progress does come.
What progress?
Look, I know the last few years have been tough, but today, COVID no longer controls our lives.
It didn't control our lives in Oklahoma, did it, in Florida?
Didn't control our lives fucking when it started.
God, these cheese dicks.
More Americans are working than ever.
I think all the people that joined in the early 2000s were like, hey, you already put a bunch of experimental shit in me to go to fucking Iraq and Afghanistan, motherfucker. You ain't put no COVID vaccination in me.
No. Well, that was,
okay, go ahead.
That was the big thing I disagreed with on Trump. That whole fucking, we're going to rush this through. No. Like, you got shit that's been out for years with good data that's fucking people up. Like,
well, I'm telling you,
the fucking flu shot's been around since before me, and that fucks me up every goddamn time. And I don't do that shit no more.
I don't take the flu shot. I never have. Even when they told me I had to in the Navy, I didn't take it.
I did like the first 2 years, and after getting sicker than fuck, and them trying to use that as an excuse, you can hang out in your rack, you're sick today. No, I'm done. Like, that shot made me sick. Not doing it.
Yeah.
Businesses are growing. Our schools are open. Millions of Americans have been lifted out of poverty. Millions of veterans, once exposed to toxic burn pits, will now get what they deserve for their families and their compensation.
The burn pit.
You can tell this dude has never had to go to the VA for healthcare.
Yeah, no shit. Well, the VA fucking passed a deal now where you get fucking There's some fucking hand it to me fucking symptoms you can have now and get compensation. But that was like years in Congress and shit. That wasn't nothing that Biden passed. That was something that fucking finally went through that he got to put his name on. And now he's acting like he's the one that fucking stroked our fucking backbone to fucking get it fucking done. He didn't do shit. Like, I've been on the fucking burn pit registry since fucking 2009.
Look, shitters are gross. Moving on.
American manufacturers come alive across the heartland, and the future will be made in America. No matter what the white supremacists and the extremists say. I made a bet on you, the American people, and that bet is paying off, proving that
because we're more resilient than they fucking... God. He made a bet on us that we were going to fucking get past all the shit they're putting us through. Like, what the fuck? It's like stick your thumb on an ant and fucking bet that ant's going to fucking get out. And then when it surprises you, oh yeah, I bet on you. Like, what the fuck?
I wonder if anybody's figured out yet that most of Americans realize where the food around the world really came from for the longest time. Like, it seems to me like the fucking politicians seem to forget that if you fucking make an enemy of Russia and you no longer can get wheat from them, these people are going to starve. Listen, we were growing wheat for hundreds of fucking years. We don't need your help. We can make our own fucking bread. We can grow our own fucking vegetables. You can keep burning down food fucking plants, but guess what? Some of us actually have the knowledge how to fucking survive off the land.
Yep.
I'm just saying, some people had to do that. Go ahead.
Now back to our conversation earlier. I don't like frog legs, but
Gotta do what you gotta do. And it's
the
hard.
darkness of Charlottesville, of COVID, of gun violence, of insurrection, we can see the light. Light is now visible. Light that will guide us forward, not only in words, but in actions. Actions for you, for your children, for your grandchildren, for America. Even in this moment, with all the challenges we face, I give you my word as a Biden, I've never been more optimistic about America's future. Not because of me, but because of who you are. We're going to end cancer as we know it. Mark my words. We're going to create millions of new jobs in a clean energy economy. We're going to think big. We're going to make the 21st century another American century because the world needs us to.
And give it all to Ukraine.
That's where we need to focus our energy. Not in the past, not on divisive culture wars, not on the politics of grievance, but on a future we can build together. The MAGA Republicans believe that for them to succeed, everyone else has to fail. They believe America, not like I believe about America. I believe America is big enough for all of us to succeed. And that is the nation we're building, a nation where no one is left behind. I ran for president because I believe we're in a battle for the soul of this nation. I still believe that to be true. I believe the soul is the breath, the life, and the essence of who we are. The soul is what makes us us. The soul of America is defined by the sacred proposition that all are created equal in the image of God, that all are entitled to be treated with decency, dignity, and respect, that all deserve justice and a shot at lives of prosperity and consequence, and that democracy must be defended, for democracy makes all these things possible.
So, is he saying that he agrees with all lives matter?
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds a little counterintuitive to half the rhetoric that they've been spouting the past few years.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They greenlighted all that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Kamala Harris was out saying, fuck yeah, they're going to riot. They have every right to riot, and they're going to keep rioting, and they should keep rioting. That was greenlighting fucking violence alone.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
it's up to us. Democracy begins and will be preserved in we, the people's habits of the heart, in our character, optimism that is tested yet endures, courage that digs deep when we need it, empathy that fuels democracy, the willingness to see each other not as enemies but as fellow Americans. Look, our democracy isn't perfect. It always has been. Notwithstanding those folks you hear on the other side there, they're entitled to be outrageous. This is a democracy. But history and common sense good manners is nothing they've ever.
He's talking about the hecklers. I don't know if you can hear it on your end, but they're still chanting "fuck Joe Biden," and it sounds like there's more of them about a block away than there were people sitting there.
Suffered.
I understand what he says.
But history and common sense tell us that opportunity, liberty, and justice for all are most likely to come to pass in a democracy. We have never fully realized the aspirations of our founding, but every generation has opened those doors a little bit wider to include more people who have been excluded before. My fellow Americans, America is an idea, the most powerful idea in the history of the world, and it beats in the hearts of the people of this country. It beats in all our hearts. It unites America. It is the American creed, the idea that America guarantees that everyone be treated with dignity. It gives hate no safe harbor. It installs in everyone the belief that no matter where you start in life, there's nothing you can't achieve. That's who we are. That's what we stand for. That's what we believe. And that's precisely what we're doing. Opening doors, creating possibilities, focusing on the future. And we're only just beginning. Our task is to make our nation free and fair.
Hold on. Train timeout. You're only beginning. What I've seen so far in your little 2-year bid here is that's about how long he's been in, right? 2 years?
Yeah.
Because we're at midterms. Is our interest rates have gone up at least 8%. The housing market is literally unaffordable. If you haven't already bought your house and had a fixed rate mortgage before you took office. Before you took office, even with COVID, many factory workers kept their job, and a lot of people kept their jobs. And these jobs, they were making top wages. And then you took office and you shut down pipeline work, which put tons of welders and fucking helpers and other tradesmen out of work, shifting them to other manufacturing jobs around the country. Everybody gets fucking jobs back. And then all of a sudden, we're going to get into a recession because you shut all that down, and now gas has exploded. And gas has gone from $2, and it literally went up to $6 for diesel fuel. And then it's went back down to about $4.63, I think it was today. And you're telling us that you're doing all these packages which are raising rates, and it's more of a tax. Well, taxation is theft. So you just begun to steal our money, and you're already taxing us to fucking death. You just greenlit the FBI to invade and go against, I believe that would be the Fourth Amendment, right? The right to privacy and all that shit. And so you just showed that nobody is important enough to stop you from you violating our constitutional rights. And you just throwing a warrant in the face, making up some shit and getting some leftist judge to sign off of it. You're going to raid our fucking houses. That's what I saw with Trump. So that's the beginning of that. There's your secret fucking police. Okay. What else are you going to tell us next?
All for less documents than Hillary had on her server.
Yeah.
Just thought I needed to throw that in there.
And he, as president, has the sole right to declassify any fucking thing he wants. Like, that's it.
Yeah. Pretty sure he had the security clearance to have those papers.
Just and
Moving on.
strong, noble and whole. And this work is the work of democracy. The work of this generation is the work of our time, for all time. We can't afford to leave anyone on the sidelines. We need everyone to do their part. So speak up, speak out, get engaged, vote, vote, vote. And if we do our duty in 2022 and beyond, then ages still to come will say, we, all of us here, we kept the faith. We preserved democracy. We heeded our word. We heeded not our worst instincts, but our better angels. We proved that for all its imperfections, America is still the beacon to the world, an ideal to be realized, a promise to be kept. There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred, nothing more American. That's our soul. That's who we truly are. And that's who we must always be. I have no doubt, none, that this is who we will be, and that we'll come together as a nation that will secure our democracy, that for the next 200 years, we'll have what we had the past 200 years, the greatest nation on the face of the earth. We just need to remember who we are. We are the United States of America, the United States of America.
Yeah, everybody but the other half, right?
Nation, and may God protect all those who stand watch over our democracy. God bless you all. Democracy. Thank you.
Democracy.
Okay, so retrospective time. Hey, bro, after we give our retrospective on this ridiculous speech, look up and see if he just gave a anti-Second Amendment speech, an anti-gun speech, assault weapon speech, like a couple days after that. So what I got from this was he literally just came out and said anybody who doesn't vote the way we like is our enemy. And political violence is never the answer. However, we're going to tax you more, and we're going to let the police arrest you for no reason whatsoever. And we're going to tell you it's the rule of law, and you got to accept it because that's your democratic duty. I noticed that you said democratic duty or democracy over and over again. However, America is a republic, not a democracy. We use a democratic form of government. Sure, it's not a democracy. I think you're pushing a dangerous line to people who sacrificed everything they had for these freedoms and that Constitution. And it sounds to me like you're turning real dictatorial.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. So let's look at this perspective right now. Joe Biden voted no on a aid package that would have helped people get out of the Vietnam War. Okay? I can't remember all the details, so that would be around 75. So let's go from there. 75, 85, 95, 2005, 2015, right? And we're in 2020, so we know for sure he's been in government for almost 50 years. He's 80 years old, right? So let's take 8, right? And take 5 with that. He maybe worked real jobs for 30 years of his life. Oh, wait, no. He would have had to grow up for, like, I don't know, at least 10 of those years, leaving a 10 to 20-year span where he could have worked a normal job like the rest of us to know how the world is. However, supposedly he graduated from every fucking prestigious college there ever was, if you listen to him tell it. And he worked on the railroad and he drove the big rigs and he did all this and that, but he was never in the military. He never fought for this country. He never really worked in anywhere that was fucking really of note. So how would he know what we, the people, are? He keeps trying to say we, the people, so he connects himself to Americans. However, if you didn't notice, he had to cough every time he said Americans. I don't understand where he thinks we don't see that.
No.
And when I say we, I mean us real Americans who live here, who work here, who pay taxes that you steal from us here. So that's my kind of perspective. What do you think?
I don't know. To me, it just sounds like a bunch of bullshit. And it's like he couldn't even feather in patriotism with the bullshit. It was all like every place that any politician would normally try to feather in patriotism and fucking like actually try to bring the country together. He made it protect our democracy with that fucking like Joker fucking smile bullshit that he does, where it looks like his fucking smile goes most of the way across his face. And it's like, it's like I said earlier, I think that he's forgotten as much shit as he makes up. And he believes everything that he says. Like, he really fucking thinks that he's bringing people together by calling half the country his fucking enemy. Like, I don't...
Pretty much just called half the country fucking fascist, bro. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
While looking like he's fucking giving a speech on the Death Star.
Right? Using Marines to intimidate us. While it looks like they're saying, go fuck yourself.
No. Well, and the thing about it, too, though, is it's like, to me, it's kind of weird that the Marines are kind of in the shadows. They're not in any part of the thing. It's like they were literally shadows and gloves. And that's the thing that kind of throws me off about the way they're standing is once they're shadows, you really can't tell that they're facing towards him or away from him. And he's too stupid. He's too stupid to know what fucking parade rest is. So maybe that was kind of the symbolism of it is once it's dark enough, it looks like they've got their backs to him.
Maybe. Was there another speech there, guy?
That's what I'm trying to find. I'm not finding like a whole speech. I'm finding like clips.
Oh, let's see what you got.
My name is Joe Biden. I am Jill Biden's husband.
Why in the fuck? Okay.
I want to start by saying,
who in the fuck is Jill Biden and why the fuck does he think he needs to introduce himself like that?
Yeah, why do we care?
Yeah, I'm Jill Biden's husband. Fucking who gives a shit? You're supposedly the fucking president. Like,
yeah, no shit, right?
You'd figure that would be how you introduce yourself.
Any child under 12 years of age is extra ice cream. Got to be the most boring thing in the world for you, honey.
Yeah, let me come sniff your hair.
We're gonna work something out for you, I promise.
I wouldn't let that dude near my kids.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, thank you, man. No, and the same goes for Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, who could be here, but he's going to be your next United States Senator. Oh,
he's going to be a wonderful one.
They've already got it programmed. He's going to be.
Hey, hold on. Wait a minute. Did you just endorse somebody for the state who didn't even show up?
Yeah, sound like it.
So your candidate thinks you suck so bad he didn't want to show up for you to endorse him? Like, isn't the fucking hopeful supposed to be like super excited about you endorsing his run for office?
He had a more important shit to take.
Apparently. Go ahead.
I want to thank Liz Schuler for her fearless leadership of the AFL-CIO, and thanks, Pam, for your leadership of the AFL. Milwaukee. Thank you.
That wasn't even a word.
Was that fucking English?
Back here. Okay, there you are, Pam.
Oh, I found
I
you.
was wondering where everybody sit. How about actually having the union guys as secretary?
That was a
of labor?
whole sentence of not words.
I tell you what. Going to be in a foxhole. You want Marty in there with you.
What the fuck does this cunt know about a
What
foxhole?
did you know about a foxhole? Yeah.
Now, you may have trouble understanding when he starts talking about car bonds and better garages. Talks kind of funny, but he knows what he's talking about. I promise to be the
What kind of
most
edibles does that motherfucker eat before a speech?
in American history. Marty's keeping me make that promise.
Y'all need to stop
By
giving
the
him
way,
indica.
reason for that, I've had folks. Labor Day is a special day in the country and here in Milwaukee. This is one of the biggest Labor Day events in America. You all have here.
And I said this 2 years ago when he was running on that whole build back better shit. What are they going to build back from? Like, you have to tear something down to build something back. And he's
They did. They tore down their whole country.
Yeah. Like, they've literally set it on fire. Yeah, COVID's over, but fucking, like, we're not any better off. We're just back to work. Like, yeah, fuck, Labor Day's a big fucking deal right now, because it's a bigger deal when you got 2 or 3 jobs instead of the one that you had last Labor Day.
How long's this speech?
37 minutes.
How far are we in?
About 10.
They're not unlimited. Right now, you can't go out and buy an automatic weapon. You can't go out and buy a cannon.
Yes, you actually can. You actually can. What's that say?
And for those brave right-wing Americans who say it's all about keeping America's independent and safe, if you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15. You need something a little more than a gun. No, I'm not joking. Think about this. Think about the rationale that's used to provide this. And who are they shooting at? Shooting at these guys behind me.
Who the fuck
Getting
shooting
a
at the
bunch
people
of
behind me?
gorillas. Hey, didn't they have a bunch of advanced warfare weapons in Vietnam and Afghanistan and Iraq?
Yeah.
Didn't a bunch of our shit get shot down by dudes with rifles? and other shit?
Oh, hold on. We're gonna visit promises real quick. The worker said you're actively trying to take our Second Amendment rights, and Biden stood there 2 years ago and said you're full of shit. Bold-faced fucking lying to fucking probably one of the fucking union workers he's trying to jerk off in the fucking other video.
Probably.
I support the Second Amendment. And it's like right now, if you yell fire, that's not free speech. And now he's listing that he's got a shotgun and a 20 gauge. And his fucking crackhead son's hunts.
They're fucking prostitutes.
He hunts for that next line of blow off fucking underage Filipino hookers.
All right, I'm done clowning on Joe Biden. What's up with the zombie goats? Pull that up and read your little article there, guy.
That was a zombie deer.
Zombie deer, okay.
And the fucked up thing is, once I got to looking into it, it was all like more shit closer to you than the other article I found.
Ohio was closer to Florida than Ohio?
Yeah.
Listen, don't make me get the Jeopardy music on your ass.
Zombie deer plague Ohio and Midwest. New York Post.
It's got pretty bad road rash on the other side.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, that's what I was telling him on the way down here. Yeah, the zombie deer thing.
That's what he was.
Yeah, he probably didn't believe me.
Well, you said zombie, dude. I was like, well.
Yeah, you can.
You probably think that deer are harmless, but many of them are carrying something that is causing them to waste away like zombies. The medical community is not sure how this is being spread yet. All they know is that it creates holes in the brain, and that one day it might somehow spread to us.
You're right there, little guy.
But then it falls over, gets up, and resumes its frantic pacing. It runs in a half circle and heads towards the camera, but then it falls again and starts flailing wildly on the ground instead. The zombie deer seems dazed when it gets up a third time, like something has permanently changed in its mind. It calmly stumbles forward with a blank look in its eyes and drool falling from its mouth.
Somebody gave that motherfucker bath salts.
Number 12. This
Why is this guy
Snapchat video
talking
was
that
taken
way?
at a school in Esterville, Iowa. You can see a deer standing outside looking very confused before it suddenly tries to get in.
That dude's voice is gonna drive me fucking stupid.
We should look into the COVID linked zombie conspiracy theory. You know there's one out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I've never seen that before in my life.
Look like that motherfucker got boils.
Oh my god.
Yuck.
Somebody shot a zombie deer with their bow. Had to skip past 9 minutes of bullshit and this fucker talking about it.
Whoa. That is crazy.
Fucker deer got holes all over him.
Wow. This buck had a serious abscess. We did not notice that whenever we saw him.
I thought you got hit by a car.
Yeah, I mean, this deer got really messed up.
Whoa.
We had no idea. And this is as we spot and stalked him and we saw him bedded down. And so we got in on him. So this is where I hit him the first shot. Yeah, which I thought was a really good shot. You know, because he was above us. I mean, that's right behind the shoulder. And so he was above us, so I held a little low. And this is what I saw. Come to find out, this guy definitely got jacked up. It looks like he got hit by a car or something. I mean, that is really sickening, honestly. He would have died of infection for sure. I mean, that is quite the wound. But we got my buck. We got a follow-up shot. Obviously, this buck is a freaking beast because he survived a
I
lot.
wouldn't not one
But my first spot and stalk.
What's that?
I said I would not eat one bit of that meat.
Yeah, I know. And dude's all sticking his fucking hands in it and shit.
Good.
I got an article from Yahoo News, which I didn't know Yahoo still existed. Well, I say it's an article, but it's a link to a bunch of other shit. Oh, okay. They got a video. Wow, apparently Yahoo server's about as slow as MySpace.
That's deer.
The prion disease.
That's a moose.
I was hoping it was actually going to say something, but apparently it did.
I think that's kind of the end of the show for today.
Yeah, I believe
We
so.
trashed Joe Biden.
Missed out on the Bigfoot conversation, but I guess we can call that a show. See everybody next time.
Right there.